My background is that I was born in a hospital, and the lady that had me left me with the doctor. And so I was with him for about a week, and he owned the hospital. Okay, my mother and father, the only ones I ever knew, had 5 babies that died within a week after they were born.
Wow.
Since then, I found out that was the RH incompatibility. And so he had to write them a letter. They were very poor, living on a farm. One catch to this adoption, he told my parents, there's a boy here, all systems go, living and healthy, and you can have him for yours. So they adopted me.
Wow.
And one catch was I had to come back and see him every year on my birthday. And he would set me on his lap and say, Norman, you're going to be a doctor. You're going to go to medical school just like me. Well, I don't remember that until I was about 5 or 6. Mm-hmm. But in those days, they'd never heard of brainwashing, but that's what he was doing to me.
Okay.
And so the only thing I ever wanted to do was go to medical school.
Okay.
So I did. And, of course, I was all tied up in scientific things and that sort of stuff. And I wanted at one time to be a missionary. Mm-hmm. But as things went by, my junior year, the end of my junior year, I got married. And almost the same time as I graduated, I became a father, as well as an MD.
Let's talk about your professional career a little. We know that you have a career in traditional medicine that spans over 50 years.
55 years.
55 years to be exact. That is absolutely amazing. But we also know that you have just a burning passion for contemporary wellness as well. Just share with us a little bit about your passion in medicine and why you do what you do.
Well, my passion first was delivering babies. I delivered 2,000 babies in those 55 years. Mm-hmm. And I've always had a soft spot in my heart for children. I love children and kids. Mm-hmm. Well, after I'd practiced about 35 years, I realized that chemicals and drugs wasn't the only way to wellness.
Right.
Sometimes they're pretty harsh because they're all toxic.
Right.
So therefore, I had to educate myself. My entire education in nutrition was my senior year in medical school at the University of Kansas School of Medicine, mm-hmm. which I later taught in. And while a student in my senior year, all the education I had in nutrition was a 15-minute talk making fun of vitamin, minerals, and supplements.
Okay.
Because everybody says if you have a good diet, you don't need any of those. Well, that's true, but you can't find a good diet nowadays because we've depleted our soil, according to the World Health Organization.
Right.
So about 35 years into practice, I realized there's a better way.
Yeah.
Not everything. If you get run over by a truck, you better go to the emergency room.
Right.
But there's other ways to relieve the aging process, mm-hmm. stop the growth of the aging process and the rapidity that we see it, mm-hmm. and that will enhance wellness.
Right.
Because, you don't see many Alzheimer's at 20.
Right.
Or 15 years of age. So aging brings on these, and it's called oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is why we have the top 200 diseases in these United States. There was recently a paper published by Case Western Medical School stating oxidative stress was the cause of Alzheimer's disease. Mm-hmm. So this put me on a quest to find out how we could reduce aging, reduce oxidative stress.
Right.
And I tumbled onto a product. A lady called me out of the blue, and I don't believe there's any accidents.
Right.
And she called me and said, I have a product I think you'd be interested in. And I told her 4 or 5 ways that I wasn't interested. But she was a sweet lady and kept saying, I think you'll be interested in this.
Right.
Well, lo and behold, I did do what she said. I did go to a meeting, and I discovered a product named Protandim.
Okay.
Protandim.
Okay.
Made up of 5 herbs that have been used for 2,000 years, so their safety is impeccable.
Right.
And these are put together. There was a young man getting his PhD at Duke University in 1968, and he discovered the intercellular oxidative process that causes free radicals and aging. And he discovered one of the 3 enzymatic pathways we now know that does this. And it's the body's effort to slow aging.
Okay.
But as you get to 20, 25 years of age, this process starts to cut down. At 25, aging starts. At 35, it's a transition. And at 45, it's clinical. Clinical aging is apparent in everybody that's 45.
Talking about anti-aging, of course, we live in an anti-aging revolution right now. When you talk about that, are you just talking about cosmetically?
No.
Or you're talking about in more ways that will bring on more health benefits to make,
Physiological.
Okay.
The physiological methods that we use will delay aging. Now, you'll look about the same, but the main part of aging, I mean, I'm getting used to this old face, but what I'm doing is rejuvenating this old body.
I see.
Inside.
Inside. So it's internal, which is wonderful,
it's internal.
too. That's
what it does, it produces an antioxidant factory out of every cell in your body, which consists of 100 trillion cells.
So we have, on average, 100 trillion, with a T, cells in our bodies.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're used to trillion nowadays because of the national debt. But this is in our body. We ought to be more concerned.
Let's stick with good news. Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. So anyhow, this is what happens. How did it affect me? I had 3 times my energy.
Wow.
I had 3 times my exercise tolerance. And another thing that's so good, it produces REM sleep in your body, because you had REM sleep usually when you're a teenager and younger, but not when you get older. You have less because you have all this oxidative stress.
Okay. And what type of sleep was that?
REM, rapid eye movement sleep.
Okay.
It's the most restful sleep there is. I can't wait to go to bed at night because I sleep like a baby, literally.
Right.
And I get up in the morning full of energy.
Okay. Wonderful.
Full of energy. I would take this if that's all I knew it would do. But there's many, many more things it'll do.
Amazing.
It impacts 200 diseases. 200. And I've been blessed. The Lord has allowed me to be blessed to see this in action. To see it happen to people. I have over 2,000 people on it now.
Wow.
And I've seen more miracles in the last 6 months than I saw in 55 years of traditional medicine. More miracles in the last 6 months than I have in 55 years of traditional medicine.
Wow, that is astonishing.
It is very much astonishing, and it's a revolution that's going to take place.
Please stick with us more on our interview with Dr. Marvin, and we'll be right back.